Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 33 of Civilization 6 as the German Empire, and we are 3 turns away from completing our Mars reactor. So in this video we'll definitely have that part done. We've lost our suzerain status with Toronto, wasn't even aware that I had it. Nuremberg is now starving. I thought we'd already solved that. You want to do some trades, it's probably not all that favourable, but there is a little bit of extra gold in there, so we'll go ahead and take it. A lot of units moving around all over the place. Quite happy with our tourism output though. I think that's and I've not even really been trying all that much. Yeah, unfortunately that builder's backed off again, but we'll wait until he comes near us. He might do. Let's go and upgrade this to mechanised infantry anyway. Why not? And that's actually given us an envoy with a city-state. We'll probably save that up. So you can go ahead and build a seaside resort. Gives us some more culture. Not an awful lot here that you can upgrade, so we'll just carry on getting farms, I suppose. So, what are we on? 2 turns remaining. The scientific victory is within grasp. I can feel it. It's right on the sort of on my fingertips. It's within reach. And at least this will technically mean that my very first game of Civilization 6, as long as I don't mess this up, will be a win, even though it's suboptimal play. My first game on Civilization 5 definitely wasn't a win, and that wasn't on Prince, so this mechanised infantry does have a little bit more range, but we do need to wait for that builder to move back towards us. Getting a farm here wouldn't be the worst idea ever, so let's just go and get that done. And you're going to definitely build a farm here, because this place is just like continually starving. And on to the next turn. So it should be finished at the end of this turn. And then we've got 2 more parts to build, I believe. So we'll have to see how long that is going to take. But there's only sort of 88 turns remaining before it ends up being a score victory. One thing I haven't checked, actually, is what the scores are. Because the question is, if we do get to turn 500, and assuming that none of the AIs have managed to get a space victory by then. Well, off goes the Mars reactor. Fantastic. So even though you're launching several things, it is kind of repeating the same thing. You get the same animation and everything as well. And these are only going to take 11 turns each, which is really nice. So do we have to do them in the right order? Launch Mars Habitation and Mars Hydroponics. We are doing them in the right order, but we should definitely be the first to get these. So let's go and make sure we get that done. Unit needs orders. Right. You could probably build another farm. Or do you want to build another resort somewhere? Can you? What is the requirements for a resort? It's not telling me. Let's go ahead and check the Civilopedia. Seaside resorts. Didn't really tell me that, did it? Seaside resort. There we go. Placement. Desert, grassland and plains. So it looks like they can go pretty much anywhere. Let's go over here and get you on this this little bit of desert then. So that should be fine. Unit needs orders. Guess we could go and get one over here. Maybe. We'll have a look. Might be possible. Got another trade route available. So again, a little bit of extra production going into Aachen if we wish. 6 turns away from Operation Ivy. Completing, that is. Yeah, getting very, very close to this victory now. At least you can actually see water in the aqueduct, which is a nice touch. Promise fulfilled. that we said we'd stop excavating from Congo. So this actually is in Aachen. It might have been one of the pre-existing ones, but we'll go to Manchester, because that'll give us 5 production. I wonder if that does actually reduce our time any. Doesn't look like it has done, really. So we'll just have to wait. I also love that you can see the spaceship part in the hangar slowly sort of moving out towards the launch bay. That is, it's attention to detail. And for all the people that are complaining about cartoony graphics and mobile graphics, graphics from 2010...
The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place.
And people saying things that it's a graphical downgrade and it's not as resource intensive. You can clearly see that there is a lot of attention to detail there. What have you got there? That's Mont Saint Michel. That's quite a nice looking wonder you have, sir. Well, what we're going to do here before we do anything is we're going to try and gain sources so that we have a chance of disrupting his rocketry. It's probably going to really screw things up with our friendship and alliance, but of course at this stage of the game we're not really concerned about that, even if he launches an all-out attack. With the amount of money that we have and the fact that he'd have to cross the sea to get to us, we'd probably be able to fend him off. He's not as powerful as I thought. He's only really got sort of 5 major cities over on that island over there with the Congo. He's got 2 little cities over near England and 1 on that sort of island up in the north at the middle of the map. But his territory is quite spread out. We're not going to stop spying on England, so you better get used to that. And our spy is once again going to continue trying to siphon money from you. What have we got here? So, how many builds do you have? You only have 1 left, so I don't really want to have to clear anything to build. Which is problematic. Are there any others that we could get? Do you know what? I think you'll just come here and get another farm. And we've got one going up there. Yep, you've arrived. So you should be able... Right, you can't actually build one. Which is odd. So why tell me that I can build them on desert? Seaside Resort. Can only be built on coastal desert, coastal plains, or coastal grassland tiles. Oh, minimum appeal of breathtaking. That would be why then. Where's our appeal map mode? So we'd literally have to be like here where this marsh is to be able to do that. Is that breathtaking? How can we tell? Breathtaking it is. So let's change our mind then. Let's send you down there to remove that marsh, and we'll send you over there as well. So one of you will remove and the other one will build. That's going to be the plan. We'll see if it works. A spy in Arkansas succeeded in stealing to boost lasers, so we've got an enemy spying on us. That's not too bad. We can always build a defensive spy, I suppose. Promise broken. Your promise to the Greek Empire to move your troops on the border has been broken. Well, it hasn't, because I never promised to move my troops. I just said that I wasn't...
The inherent vice of capitalism is the unequal sharing of blessings. The inherent virtue of socialism is the equal sharing of miseries.
I never actually promised to move my units away from his border. I just said that I wouldn't attack him. I said they were just passing through. Well, I guess as we've already broken the promise, they might as well just sit there now. Not really any point in moving them. Let's get another spy then, and we'll have a defensive spy. We'll just go straight on to the next turn. Taking a while for things to sort themselves out this time around. Again, you've got to remember 2 things. First of all, I don't have the... Well, 3 things actually. I don't have the fastest, newest, highest spec PC that there is. Secondly, I'm actually recording as well, so that's using extra resources. And thirdly, this version of the game is the press build and therefore probably isn't really optimized anyway. Straight on to the next turn, because I've got nothing else I can do. These two builders have almost arrived. So we'll be able to sort that out. What actually are we getting from that resort? I'll have to check that on the next turn. Because I can't actually see. Oh, you're upset again. You've probably just overtaken me in culture slightly. In culture, maybe. In tourism, no. Rome is trading with Japan. I'm absolutely fine with that. So chances of us getting any of these wonders, like the Eiffel Tower and such, are slim. I do like that we can see the Eiffel Tower being built there. The way they've done the wonders in this game is really, really good. I'm so impressed with it. So what are we getting from this? 1 food, 1 production, and 4 gold. I was actually expecting we'd get culture from a resort more than gold. It doesn't really make that much... I mean, obviously, yeah, you will get gold because tourists are paying to come to the resort. But you would think, thematically, you would get some sort of culture or tourism from it, surely. Apparently we can get another spy. Let's just keep getting spies if we can, then. How many spies are we allowed to have? 5. Wow, we've only got 2 currently. You're going to skip your turn, because you can't get onto the tile that you need to be. I mean, we could improve the tea and stuff, but we really don't need to, because we don't actually need it. We've already got 40 that we can't even sort of give away at the moment. I did actually want to go and look at the demographics again. I forgot. I just wanted to check how things were going with the culture victory. How many turns have we got for this thing? 5 more. So it should be 4 after this turn processes. Oh no, it's still 5. Right, let's do this first. You're going to go ahead and clear the marsh. And then... that removes the movement penalty. And you can go over there and build the resort. Fantastic. So, yeah, 4 turns remaining there. Demographics. Culture victory. 159 of 362. We're still out in front with England in second place. Science victory. We are still ahead of both Rome and England. It's strange that we haven't had the option to sabotage England's spaceport again. I'm assuming they haven't repaired it then. No, they haven't repaired it. So does that mean they're unable to continue? Oh, they've got a lot of... that's not a barbarian. They must be at war with somebody. I mean, they've got a pillaged industrial zone down here. So they've definitely got stuff going on. Let's just put it that way. Can't quite tell what, but definitely something. So 4 turns remaining. 3 turns remaining now, actually. We'll go straight on to the next turn because there's nothing else that we can do here. Allied friend reports that Rome has, should be an apostle that has just earned the martyr promotion. So again, you know, early build, few typos, little spelling mistakes, few bits and pieces that need fixing and sorting out. And I'm quite confident that the majority of these things will be either solved before release or probably in a 1-day patch. Cologne actually needs some housing. Well, it's about to finish a helicopter. There's nothing that we can actually buy there, so we'll just wait until the helicopter's done, deal with that on the next turn. And speaking of next turn, let's just go ahead and hit that, because we're only 2 turns away from getting the next spaceship part, as it were. Looks like we were successful in stealing some gold. Wasn't as much as I'd have hoped, but we've got over 6,000 gold in the bank now. We should definitely check and see if we can get another great person. I'm not necessarily sure that we're going to get one that's useful to us, but we'll definitely look.
I would say invisibility would be sort of a fun power to have. Just to see what it was like to move through the world and not be looked at.
Well, we've only got a 50% chance of disrupting Rome's rocketry, but let's go ahead and take the gamble. Let's live dangerously. So we've got our money. Sources have been gained as well. I wanted to look at the great person list once more. 100% production towards space race projects. We can afford you. So we'll use you on the next part. We can just go into future tech, or we could try and backfill all the other techs if we wanted. There are a couple No, I did get them all, didn't I? Well, it's making my eyes go funny. Yep, future tech's all we've got left. So we are working on score, even if we need to. We don't even have the top score. Top score is actually England. Wonder why they've got so much. They've got 40 from Wonders. What have I got? I've got 20 from Wonders, yeah. Empire 223. Oh, mine's 230. Great People 66, Religion 8. Great People 27, yeah. So they've obviously done much better there, but I still think we're doing good overall. Anyway, you need something that's going to help you with your housing situation. So let's just go ahead and get you a neighbourhood. We could destroy one of these decent tiles, but you don't need that much housing, so let's just go and put one down there for you. So we've got a helicopter now, which is quite cool. I've got the fast movement on, which kind of spoils it. Doesn't look like it's an attack helicopter anymore. It looks like it's some sort of... looks like a Huey, actually, with some guns mounted on the side, which is fair enough, I suppose. Let's go on to the next turn. So we currently have one turn remaining on this part, the Mars habitation. And then we will have one more part to build, I think, and we can knock half the time off it. So we might even get it completed in this video. Apparently my empire is heading towards bankruptcy with the 144 gold per turn that I'm earning. And the 657 gold in the bank. So, no, I don't think it is. Okay, there's another one done. What happened here? Spy failed. Failed to siphon funds in England. That's fine, I don't mind. So choose production. We've got one more thing to do here, which is to launch Mars Hydroponics. It's going to be 11 turns. Continue trying to siphon funds. And we've got our great person somewhere who is a pain to select. There he is. You're going to go and hit that. We'll just put you there. So what we should do now is literally just have to hit next turn 7 times. And we should be done. Not too sure what that 100% production came from. I mean, what's 100% production? In the way I understand mathematics, 100% production would be to build the entire thing. If it means to get a 100% boost to production, then that should be double the production, which means it should half the amount of time it takes to build, which clearly it hasn't.
Opera begins long before the curtain goes up, and ends long after it has come down. It starts in my imagination, it becomes my life, and it stays part of my life long after I've left the opera house.
Okay, I wasn't expecting we'd get that. Okay, maybe Sydney Opera House actually is built out on a pier, but to be honest, I've only seen it in pictures, and pictures I've seen it from are normally from the front. I've never been to Australia. I'd love to go, but there's only a few places that I'd really like to visit around the world, and Australia, particularly Sydney, is one of them. New Zealand is another, and New York being the other one as well, particularly in the winter. I'd love to go and spend a Christmas in New York. I think that would be fantastic. So let's just try and wrap this up now. It was my plan today to record 6 videos, and this is the 5th out of 6, but I'm not going to bother going on to a 6th video to potentially play 2 turns of gameplay, so this video might be slightly longer, and hopefully we should get a victory. We'll be able to see the victory screen. That's assuming that the victory screens are actually in on the press build, given the fact that the intro to the game isn't in this build. Alliance has expired. Friendship has expired. Still can't get rid of that wonder information. Declare friendship. No, he doesn't want to be a friend anymore. He said that once before, actually. And then he decided later on to actually offer me an alliance. So I don't mind that too much. It'd be nice if some of those other trade routes could expire so that we could get the extra production going to Aachen. I will accept all deals for the time being. Mainly for the purposes of just getting the turns to go through a little bit quicker. there really isn't anybody that can catch us now. Nobody is anywhere close. Well, Rome's catching up, I suppose. England haven't repaired their spaceport, so...
The Commonwealth of Venice in their armory have this inscription. Happy is that city, which in time of peace thinks of war.
Well, there we go. We've got the Venetian Arsenal. Another wonder that I didn't expect to get built. Again, a little bit late in the game, and I'm not really building ships, so it doesn't really help me in any way, shape or form. We have a trade route, which is from Aachen. So we want to go to Frankfurt, 6 production. Thank you very much. And we've got a target for espionage. So let's go and put you counter spy to protect the... let's protect our spaceport. Well, we need to do it on the next screen. But we want to protect our spaceport. We'd also like to protect the campus as well. So let's just go around and just get some money buildings. I don't really care what you do now, so just work on the zoo and on to the next turn. Because literally I just need to hit next turn 4 times to win the game, it's now going to give me a myriad of pop-ups on each turn that I have to deal with. But hopefully it won't take too long now. And you're denouncing me again, and I care why. I did send spies on missions against you. Funnily enough, I'm sure you already knew that. And I even told you it was going to continue, so you really shouldn't act surprised.
It has been said that arguing against globalization is like arguing against the laws of gravity.
Yeah, really not going to bother with any of that, so we're going to choose a new civic. So globalization is one that you can just keep doing, that'll just give you... No, globalization was the one we just did. Let's go... Social media we've already done as well. Why can you keep doing ones that you've already done? It's a bit strange that they keep appearing on there. Let's just go ahead and just... Oh, it's doing it again. Let's just go ahead and keep queuing these up. Just so it leaves me alone. Got an envoy to send. I don't even care where. So, just go. I told you. This is how civilization works. It's like, oh, you've only got a couple of turns left and you're guaranteed a win. Let's keep making you have to click on stuff and sending you pop-ups and little things that you have to deal with and micromanage that you don't actually need to do. But yeah, I don't know exactly how many wars are going on with other civilizations, if there's any going on at all. But we do have quick movement on, and it's still going pretty slowly. So, once this turn has finished processing, we should be 1 click away. So, just before that happens, I have to say that so far my first impressions of Civilization 6 have been pretty good. I've certainly enjoyed playing it. You know, I've got 3 different games on the go at the moment. I've put more hours into this game in a 1-week period than I have put into any other new game in a long time. I'm normally the sort of person that plays a game for a little bit of time and then doesn't really touch it much after that. But I've spent a lot of time playing this. So we want to protect that. Choose our production over here. We're just going to go click on the airport because I don't care what happens. And this should, hopefully, fingers crossed, be the win. So we just have to wait for this turn to process. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, so the space race project has been completed. It says launch all 3 modules wins the victory.
Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust forward into the unknown. The first pioneers set forth on an uneasy course. And yet once again did our people thrive. Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course. and make another world our own.
I thought he'd finish there, sorry for interrupting. This is probably where it goes on to Beyond Earth. A little bit of a shame that the cinematic isn't in there, but like I said, I didn't think it would be because the intro to the game isn't in there. But, yeah, so just one more turn, so that's still in there. You can go back in and carry on playing if you wish to. We can't replay the movie because it doesn't exist. We can see what the rankings were, and my... I don't even appear to be on that list because my score was so low. I was around here somewhere, I think. And let's have a look at the replay. Does it have the same stuff that we're used to seeing? What I really want to see is if it actually has the map. Doesn't look like it does. Doesn't look like the live replay. Where's the science, though? Building cities or districts. Total districts constructed. England went absolutely mad on districts up there. But yeah, no, I'm happy with that. We managed to complete it. I think it's a really good game. Can't wait for the full version of it to come out and try some of the other victories at harder difficulty levels with different civilizations, especially as I start to get to grips with the mechanics and actually work out what I am doing. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this series of Civilization 6. It's been a blast to play and be one of the few lucky people that have been able to bring this to you. And I hope to see you for more games in the future. So until then, goodbye for now.